All right, guys, so welcome back. In this particular explosive video, you are going to hear a REUFIA of Arise TV, where he lambasted Labour Party for trying to remove Peter Obi from his list of eligible candidates for 2027 election. I mean, you'll be shocked at the kind of revelation that is going to be made in this particular video. So let me allow you to watch it and hear it from yourself from REUFIA.
They are working for their own selfish interests. If not for Peter Obi why they are trying to remove Peter Obi because he refused to accept their guru attitude.
Presidential candidates of Labour Party in the Lati have written to the national chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to notify the regulatory body of this and National Convention, November 6, 2024, and signed by OBI also informed chairman of the Leader Committee. In the letter, OBI and OT, who convened the September 4 expanded stakeholders meeting of the party in Umuahia, the quote, "You'll in Committee 24, 27, 20, 22, end of quote." OB and OT also informed the INEC chairman that Senator Nenadi Usman and Senator Darlington Nwoko respect of the party's get. A lot going on. Said it was no longer the party is undergoing crisis. They've written to the chairman of INEC.
I mean, what do you expect? When success comes, you see things like this. All of a sudden, everybody wants to eat the pie of Labour. Like Labour Party before it was automatic ticket for saying otherwise because things are not fair. We are the leaders and the state. Nadi Usman, Lamidi Papa. Today, that's what happens in this country. Claim will be different, but the shots of Nigeria is always about them and what they stand to benefit, and it's constantly about what they can gain. On the platform, be able to stand firm. That's how the cookie of many political parties. All of this is juicy. 6 million votes. All of a sudden today we know ABURE. Who was even ABURE before we came to Labour Party in the political sphere? That's how cookie crumbles.
Right?
Okay, the point was made after I is the need in political Nigeria's they themselves there will be in our democracy in the People's Democratic Party issues regarding NMPP leading to the exit 2020. And Labour Party will be the alternative. But what have we seen since the election? And I'm quoting, I'm not making party, not it was Julius ABURE that made this point on Monday. So from Labour Party at money whereby has now approached INEC. Now, on 83rd INEC to the committee, convention that in now that was held in ABURE because in this case governor elect cannot on behalf of the executive of the party. In other words, the Julius ABURE faction does not recognize of the caretaker. Another point that Julius ABURE made is that, look, qualification for the 2027 presidential election or governorship election is not automatic for anybody. He made a point that Peter Obi should forget the idea that he's automatically the candidate of the party, that it will be open to all aspiring candidates, ditto for governorship positions, including the position of Governor Alex Oti of Abia State. And one form of remain inquiry question, because there are special and development. There are special purpose vehicles that have been created, set up to help people achieve their personal objectives. For as long as personal interests continue to override national interests in this country, you are not likely to have political parties that will be committed to protect the people's side, going to the Peter Obi is, the crisis that we have in our political parties. But the story is not just about Labour Party. If you carry a microscope and you check, find the same problem. To consolidate democracy, to be a democracy, a personal interest, which is in all the other political parties.
Indeed. I mean, for me, this just clearly shows that our political structure as a nation is not where we ought to be. Uninterrupted. For then, as has been established, because candidates contest strong institutions, strong PDP. It was large. It was large. Youth-driven. What's happened since dropped the DP? The issue is, as with a lot of successful political parties in the past, it comes for a party. The Labour Party governor, and of course the lead party, Mr. P. In that examples level and local government level held by the current chairman, Julius ABURE, the factional chairman, Julius ABURE. What for me is the challenge is that perhaps it's time for us as a nation to begin to look towards the proposed political party and then begun to run amok. Just cross the difference between political parties in Nigeria, as it's done in other places, is not about ideology. It's just about which platform can serve my interest at the moment, and the moment it stops serving interest, people move to other parties that can then serve interest. So we don't have the opportunity to really build institutions that can then emerge as strong oppositions PDP as a opposition team. They haven't gone, they are fighting. There's so much distractions. They are unable to even take on their role opposition as opposition. What I see in the Labour Party is almost akin to cutting off your nose to spite your face. At the end of the day, there are parties within the party willing to destroy the structures of the party as long as their interest is and theory around perhaps are they body in this would to